Hello everyone and welcome to this live stream. Today we're going to be talking about how you can host a video conferencing call using the software Zoom. Now we're all able to meet people one-to-one and have meetups, but what happens if we are restricted on our movements, like at the moment is happening in the world? And also you're a little bit worried about going out and having those one-to-ones. So Zoom is a really useful conferencing call, and I use it for lots and lots of reasons. I have my training meetings using it, I host one-to-ones on it, and I also pre-record my trainings on there as well. So I know some of you may be interested in learning how to use this video software, especially at this current climate. So I thought I would just jump on and actually show you how to use it as well. So the best way for me to show you how to use the video conferencing software named Zoom is to actually just share my screen with you. So I'm going to share my screen with you and I'm going to answer any questions at the end of this live. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going to just bring my whole screen up so you can see it quite clearly. This is the Zoom software. Now, I just wanted to come into the pricing panel, first of all, to show you that actually you can use it completely free of charge. As you see, it's basic, it's personal, and you can host up to 100 participants. So if you're a small business or you are a company who require to have meetups or meetings and you are restricted on your movement, or you just want to use software in a different way, perhaps you're working at home one day and you want to have a discussion with somebody at work, then this software is really cool. You can have unlimited one-to-one meetings. Each meeting on the free plan is up to 40 minutes long. So that's really good for a group one. You can come and check out this pricing plan by following the link. You can just go to zoom.us and you'll find it there. Okay, so once you've actually opened an account, what you need to do is you need to go to, there are three ways of using the Zoom software. You can schedule a meeting. So that means that when you schedule a meeting, you're actually going to plan the meeting in advance, which means that you can schedule a meeting, send the link to the person you want to join, and it just makes you plan your day out a little bit more. You can also join a meeting. So if somebody else is using the software and they invite you to a meeting, they'll send you a link and you can join the meeting. And another one is if you're using the software yourself, you could just host a meeting straight away and then share the link out at another point. So they're really useful things for you to do, which is great. Okay, so how to actually schedule a meeting. So if you're planning on having a meeting with someone, you click the schedule a meeting button. And then you come into what's known as your dashboard. So in here, you have the option to give your meeting a title. So let's just say I'm having a one-to-one. Oops. Okay, you can actually put a description so that when you send an invite to everybody, they actually get the description of when the meeting is. You can set the date in advance and also the time in advance. You can set the duration. Now, obviously, if you're on the free plan, you get 40 minutes. If you're not on the free plan, then you can have a lot longer. I usually set mine for an hour. It helps you work through your meetings at a better pace. Now, you can use Zoom worldwide. So I suggest that when you do your time zone for your scheduled meetings, that you put the current time zone that you're in. So I'm based in London in the UK, so my time zone would be GMT. If you're in New York, you would change it to yours and so on. And when somebody gets the invite, they get that time in their own time zone. They don't get it in your time zone. You can tick reoccurring meeting if you wish to. If you want registration, then you can. But obviously, if we're just talking about hosting a one-to-one or a business meeting, then you don't really need people to register. You just want to share that login. If you have an account, you can have a personal ID. Otherwise, you can just click generate automatically. It will generate an individual key for you to share out. Don't have a password, because if you know who you're going to have the meeting with, you don't need to worry about passwords. A couple of settings to think about when you're setting this up. Have your video host on and also have your participants' videos on. They can always switch them off once they're inside the meeting if they want to. And also have it so that people can connect with a telephone, a computer, or both, because you can actually use your mobile phone for video conferencing via Zoom. So you can also do that. Now, meeting options. This is really cool. If you are the host and you want to make sure that you are the person who enters the meeting first, then you untick this. That means that you are the only person, they can't join the meeting before the host. If you're organising a board meeting, perhaps maybe tick that on so that if people are new to Zoom, they can actually join before you join. You can mute people on entry. You can enable a waiting room. Now, this is really cool. So if you have got people joining, they can get in, they can set up, they can work out whether their mic and their camera's working, and then they can sit in a waiting room waiting for you to actually join them in. I wouldn't worry about authenticating users. That's, you know, if you're sending this to people, you know, you don't need to worry about this. And also, if you want to record the meeting, you can set it so you can record the meeting automatically, and you can either do that onto your local computer or you can do that into the cloud. You can have joint hosts. So if you are a bigger business and two of you want to control the meeting, you can actually put two people here as a joint host. Once you've done everything that you need, you just click save. What happens now is that it will save your meeting, and your meetings will be in your meetings tab. So over here, you've got this meetings tab. So this is the one I've just set up. When you want to share the link for it, you click on the actual button. You can actually add it to your Google Calendar, your Outlook's calendar, and your Yahoo Calendar. So if you're a business and you're using Google Suite, you can add this to the Google Suite. To share the invite to your other members, what you do is you can either copy just the unique URL, or you can copy the invitation. If you copy the invitation, it looks like this. So it will say me, obviously, because I'm the host, is inviting you to a scheduled Zoom meeting. It's one-on-one, the time, where to go to meet it, and it also gives them instructions about where you can dial in from and things like that. You can copy this meeting, and then you can post this into an email, or you could post it into a into Messenger or any place like that. And also with the link, you can also pop that into Messenger and also places like that. So that's really useful. Okay, so that's if you want to schedule a meeting. Now, what happens if you want to join a meeting? So for instance, if I were to start this meeting, so if I just click this link and to join a meeting, what you do is you click the button here, which says join a meeting. So if somebody has been sent that link, they'll come up to this particular page, and it's going to ask you for your meeting ID or your personal link. So you're just going to pop in the link. Now, the ID is the numbers post here. So you're going to get rid of this bit, and then you're going to put this in as the ID, and you're going to click join. And it's going to actually join you into the meeting. So if I click this, it's going to open up and it's going to actually start the meeting for me. And it's already recording. So I'm just going to check that you can see this screen. Okay, so what happens, I'm going to stop my share and I'm going to share a different screen with you. So when you actually open the meeting, this is what you're presented with. So this is the meeting that one would be presented with. So you have just clicked the join meeting link, and here you are inside the meeting. So as you can see, it's quite a nice area for you to be in. It's automatically recording the meeting because that's what we preset it at. Down the bottom here, let me just check that you can see this. Yeah, down the bottom here, you have your controls. So if you're new to Zoom and you've just come into a meeting, you can control your volume by clicking the mute button, and it will tell you that you've muted. You can control your video. So if perhaps you've joined the meeting and you're not quite ready to be on camera, you can stop the camera and it will either come up as a plain picture or a picture that you've uploaded before. If you want to invite other people to your meeting, you can click the invite button and it will tell you how to do it. You can email them by your default email, Gmail or Yahoo, or you can copy the URL or copy the invitation. So it's as easy as that. Down the bottom here, it tells you how many people are inside your meeting. If you have more than one, it will say 2 or 3. If you do have more than one person in your meeting, which hopefully you will because you're not going to be talking to yourself, over here on the right-hand side up here, there will be another window, and you can have up to usually about 6 or 7 in a row. You can also have it so that you have 4 in a picture like a grid. So depending on what you want to achieve from your meeting. You can also poll your colleagues. So if you want to ask them questions, you can do that. You can share your screen. So actually in Zoom, you can actually share your screen with people. So if you have to create a presentation or you need to share something, you can do that as well. You can also have a chat. So a chat box, you can have a chat on the side so you can talk to everybody, or you can talk to an individual within the meeting. So if you're perhaps wanting to talk to another colleague individually whilst you're still hosting the meeting, you can do that in that window. You can also pause and stop the recording. So if I wanted to pause the recording, I could do that and I could start it again. I could also add reactions, so I can actually give a clap or a thumbs up if I wanted to, depending on what was happening in the meeting. I'm not going to go into the more section because that's more to do with live streaming into Facebook and YouTube. And if you are using it for a business purpose, then you won't need to do that. To end the meeting, all you need to do is click the end meeting button. And what it will do is it will end the meeting for all. And because you've already pre-recorded it, you will also be able to have that recording later on in your session. So I'm just going to go back into Zoom and I'm going to share my screen with you, just to share that Zoom screen again with you so that you can see some other bits around it. So, okay, I'm just going to get rid of that a second. Okay, so as you can see, we're in the Zoom. So we've already done how to schedule a meeting. And we've already done how to join a meeting. So if you wanted to host a meeting straight away, perhaps you had a phone call from somebody and they want to discuss something with you slightly more personal than just on the phone, then to host a meeting, you do exactly the same thing, except here you can actually go in and host a meeting straight away. So you can either host a meeting with the video on, you can host a meeting with the video off, or you can screen share only. So it's as simple as that to actually start keeping up your conversations as a business owner. So I'm just going to remove that from the screen. So I've just gone over with you how to actually find the Zoom conferencing, how to schedule a Zoom conference call, how to join a Zoom conference call, and how to host a Zoom conference call all on your own. So I hope you found that useful. I'm just going to check out whether anyone's got any questions and then we can go through. Okay, brilliant. So let's have a look. Yes. How many people can join Zoom? Okay, so how many people can join Zoom at any one time? So when we look at the pricing and plans option, I'm going to go back and share my screen with you. Get me on there as well this time. When you look at the pricing and plans, so on the basic plan, which is the free plan, which is really useful at the moment, you can have up to 100 participants. If I click the exclamation mark, a participant is an invitee in a meeting scheduled by someone with a host license. So therefore, if you've got a basic plan, then you will have a host license and you can have up to 100 people on your conference call at any one time. You can have up to 40 minutes limit on a group meeting. So that means that you can have a conversation with somebody for up to 40 minutes at any one time on the free plan, and you can have an unlimited number of meetings. You also get online support and you also get some other options. So the video is HD, the voice is HD, you can have an active speaker view, you can have full screen and gallery, join by telephone, you can have a virtual background, you can have web conferencing features, so you can have more than one person hosting. You can have group collaboration, so you can have all sorts of things. So there's loads and loads of things you can have with the free plan, which is really, really useful, especially if you've never used Zoom before. Okay, and that's for free. Yes, it is. So you can have up to 100 participants for free using the Zoom basic plan. Good job. Okay, so that's a really useful tool, and I wanted to just share that with you because I know that some of us are going through a difficult period at the moment with the uncertainty with the coronavirus, and we just want to make sure that we can carry on our businesses as entrepreneurs. I had a one-to-one in person with somebody today, and I know that moving forward, if perhaps it comes a point where our movements are restricted, we don't want that to affect how we work as a business, because as entrepreneurs, it's very crucial that we carry on our businesses in these times of difficulties. So using the Zoom conferencing software is a really useful way for you to be able to carry on your business even though you are restricted about moving around. Now, the Zoom tool is useful for entrepreneurs like myself, small business owners and big business owners who are trying to continue their business as we go along. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, if you're watching the replay, please just pop them in the comments below this video, whether you're watching here on Facebook or over on YouTube. I'm live on both places at the moment. If you have any questions whatsoever, please don't forget to pop them in the comments. I'm quite happy to answer your questions regarding how to use the Zoom conferencing software so that you can host your one-to-ones or your video conferences. If you are watching me on YouTube and you like this video, please give me the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you're watching this on Facebook, please do follow or like my page. And please do have any questions, pop them in the comments below. Thank you for joining me, those that join me live, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.